Hey everyone, it's Marcrafts back for another video. This is gonna hopefully be a little short video, but I was talking to my friend Christina earlier and told her I was gonna do this video, so I'm doing it before I go over and pass out. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning where I am. I'm in central Pennsylvania. It is the 13th of November. I have quite a few finished objects. I have a couple whips, and honestly, I have not worked on much of my blankets, but I am going to recap about them. So you guys can kind of hold me accountable to get them done, because from here and at my mom's, I have probably 10 or 11 Lapgans that I would like to get off my hook so that I can work on other things. So we're gonna do whips first, and I can get them back on my cart. So the first whip is this Lapgan, and this is a single crochet, double crochet blanket. Well, you start with a double crochet, then single, double, the whole way across. So you start with the double, you end with the single. If you remember this blanket, I was going to do the rainbow, and then I'm doing 3 colors of each color, if that makes sense. Like, I'm doing 3 shades of purple, 3 shades of blue, 3 shades of green. I'm now on the yellow section. I stopped at green the last time I worked on it because I thought it was going to be finished. But I'm making it for my local nursing home for a Lapgan, and I think it would put a smile on somebody's face if it was rainbow colors. So I picked it back up and added the yellow section. So this is it. This is it folded in half. It's pretty wide. It's probably oh, I don't know. I had a tape measure here, but I don't know what I did with it. So I can tell you exactly kind of how wide it is, give or take a little bit. So I am making my blankets 4 foot by 5 foot so that they can use them for a Lapgan and a blanket on the bed. So I am about 37 inches. It is 18.5 inches folded in half. So I'm about 37 inches. So that'll be perfect because I don't know. I think I'm going to add a border to it. And I'm thinking white. But I want to do something that that looks like clouds. So maybe the shell stitch, like a shell stitch border. Maybe. I have a border book, and I might try to pick something out of there. But I would like something that looks like clouds. So yeah, there it is. I am using a 6.5 millimeter hook for this. I got the stitch pattern from Pamela's Adoring Crochet from her Essential Crochet Sweater. And then I just added more stitches or chains to it so I can make a blanket out of it. If you remember, I love the stitch pattern. This is the 3rd blanket I have made with this. So, yeah. So there's that one. I'm going to turn my cart around so I can access things better. So I'm also working on a shawl. I have a lot of mandala and like 3-weight yarn, so I'm making shawls out of them. Where the stitch marker is over here is where I was, so I basically did like a little over a half a row because I stopped working on it. It is extremely warm in my room tonight, more warmer than usual. And as soon as I get done doing this video, I am going over and turning my AC on because I'm like sweating. So, my next, so the shawl I am using a 6mm hook on, and the single crochet, double crochet blanket I am using a 6.5mm hook on. I started a V-stitch, I have a V-stitch blanket that I am working on. This is also using 3-weight yarn. I also have a lot of these Caron cupcakes that I had bought at Michael's, and I'm using that as well with the 3-weight yarn to use that kind of yarn up. I'm using a 6mm hook on that too. I forget what this stitch is called, but it is a single crochet and 2 double crochets in the single crochet from the previous stitch. I think I got the pattern from Bag O' Day. I will have to try to remember to find that. It is not going to be tonight because I am getting really tired. So I need to add more white to it. So I'm using the Ferris wheel yarn is what I started with. And I have another Ferris wheel cake, and I have 2 of another color and 2 of another color. So I have 6 Ferris wheel cakes that I want to use up, and I'm going to put white in between the colors, and I'm going to do a mirror image. It's just I'm going to use up the whole entire cake, so the stripes or the sections might be different lengths, but it doesn't bother me any. But the first one is Vintage Carousel, and then I used white, but I'm going to have to add more white to it because that's all the farther the one cake got me, and I just need to add more white to it, I think, because I'm afraid that if I don't, then it won't be big enough. I also am working on some scarves, because I am getting ahead for next year. At the beginning of next year, I am going to be doing a video or a podcast showing what my goals are for that year or for next year. But I went through and decided how many items my charity or my donation places are getting, and I have it written all down. The only one that's still up in the air is the nursing home. So this year I ran completely out of scarves, and I want to make sure that does not happen next year. So I'm starting early with scarves. So I have some finished, but this is it's called the Celtic Song scarf, and it's by it's kind of like corner to corner, except for it's back and forth. It's by Fiberflux. I love Fiberflux. She's one of my favorite She's one of my favorite YouTube teachers that I go to for scarves mostly. I do also make some of her shawls, but I do like a lot of her scarves and cows. So I started that one. Every blanket And scarf that I am working on is I'm using a size 6mm hook for. It's my go-to hook for anything like that. Except for the single crochet, double crochet blanket. That one's 6.5. Then I started one. It was out of one of my stitch books. It's called the Piggyback. So it has like the granny stitch with one of my hairs on it. It has granny, so it's basically chains, single crochet, and double crochets. So, looks like that. And I'm just using some stash out of my yarn out of my stash. And my last one is called Take It Easy Scarf. And I'm just using some red out of my stash. It's not going to be enough to do the whole entire scarf, so I am going to have to add another color to it. But it looks like this. It's basically a double V-stitch so you do 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Except for in the tutorial, she does 3 chains, but I only do 2. So, those are all of my works in progress. It's been really rainy and crappy here the last couple of days. Nala has not liked it at all because she can't get outside and play. Well, she can get outside and play. She just doesn't like the fact that it's raining outside and she can't leave the patio because she hates to get her feathers wet. But, yeah. So those are all of my works in progresses that I have. Now my finished objects. And I have a lot of finished objects. And I also am getting a really, really bad headache. I don't know if it's because it's too warm in here or I have my hair up too tight. But I do know I'm starting to get a headache right here. So I'm going to try to make this quick. So the first scarf I finished was, I had some yarn. It's called Overjoyed yarn. It's like an old yarn Walmart had for a little bit. It's supposed to be a 6 bulky. It was 4.23 ounces, 120 grams, 157 yards, 144 meters, 100% acrylic. I used 2 colors with this scarf, a purple and red. Guessing that's what the color is. Yep, purple and red. And I basically had nothing left of either of them. So it is a very heavy scarf. So it's a 2-toned, and I really like it. I have 4 more colors, and I plan on doing the same exact thing that I did with this one. Use one skein for one half, and the other skein for the other half. I used a 6mm hook for this also. So that is scarf number 1. Scarf number 2 is red, and it is, can you guess? Maybe you can guess this way. It is the V-stitch. No, come on, guys. Would it really be my podcast if I didn't have a V-stitch project in it? Or 2, 3? And I made another Take It Easy scarf. This one was just in like a maroon color. So I made that one also. And I started these last weekend. And I finished all 4 of my scarves. I have another one to show you. I finished all 4 of the scarves today. And I made another V-stitch scarf. Now this one is using the Roll With It tweed that I had gotten on clearance at Joann's. I got it on clearance for $2.97. It's 100% acrylic, 5.29 ounces, 150 grams, 296 yards, 271 meters. It is 100% acrylic. It is number 4. It says machine wash, cold, gentle, cycle, tumble, dry, low, do not bleach, do not iron, do not dry clean. And then the color I used is Popular Pink. And I had a partial skein, and I just used the whole entire thing up. So I started down here, it was gray and pink. Then it went into pretty much all pink. And then up here, it was mostly gray with a little bit of pink. So, finished that one. I can put these in my closet. So, I finished those. I also finished a pair of wrist warmers, or fingerless gloves, I guess is what we're calling them. And I love this pattern. This is from Crochet at Terry's. It's on Ravelry. They are mosaic fingerless mitts. I think they are a little long. I think if I do that, I know I will do this pattern again. But I think they are really long, and they are so freaking warm. So they are the paw prints. I should have picked a different color for the paw, but I picked a dark purple with a black, and I am taking these off. Oh man, they are going to keep somebody's hands nice and warm. I thought about, because you do the cuff first, and I thought about doing a less amount of chains, but I don't know. I also finished this little baby hat. Is that the back? Yeah. This is the Peeping Penny hat. I finished it while me and my friend were Skyping. This is just some brown I had, and this is just some variegated I had. So all the scarves were made with a 6mm hook. The fingerless mitts were made with a 5mm hook. And the Peeping Penny hat was made with a 5.5mm hook. I also have this hat. That is the back. This hat here. This hat was just released a couple weeks ago. And it is the Chalmers beanie. Now, this hat gave me some issues. So this section here is supposed to have 8 rows in it. I think I did like 10 or something. So I have more in that section. The rest of the hat I think is perfectly fine. It is just very, very tall. You can see it's very, very like long. And I think that's because I added some rows in this section. Because in the picture, this section down here does not look that long. And that one was made with a, I think, 6mm hook. I think. I'm not 100% sure. And I can't pull the pattern up. The other only 2 finished objects I have is I finished some octos. I was going to take my safety eyes up to Mom's because I thought I had other sizes that I could use at Mom's. Turns out I do not. I have the same sizes at Mom's that I have here, and vice versa. So I need to figure out whether it would be better to get safety eyes, because a lot of the amigurumi that I am making uses size 12, 14, 15, and 16. And a lot of the amigurumis, a lot of the safety eyes I have is like the smaller sizes or the larger sizes. I don't have hardly any 12s left. And I have like colored 12mm eyes, but some of the animals I need black. And my black eyes are pretty much non-existent. My 12, 15, 16, 14 is like non-existent. So I need to figure out if it would be cheaper to get them off of Amazon, or if it would be cheaper to get them off of Wish or AliExpress, or I need to basically do some research. So I have made 2 octopi tonight, and it's just out of some yarn that I had gotten from my brother's mom. This is all I have left, so I'm gonna make a little mini octopus out of this. It's just not gonna be tonight, but this will be enough to make a little mini one because I have some 6mm safety eyes. I might even be able to get a couple made out of that. But here's the one. He has red eyes with a little bit of an attitude, I think. So I finished him. And then I made this one right here, who has like a little smirk on his face. He also has red eyes. So I made those 2 tonight, and that is everything I have to show. Now I do want to say one thing. I am going back to Mom's tomorrow, or technically today. And Mom had given me some money for helping her around the house and stuff. She just went to the doctor, so this is kind of like life update and just a couple other random things. So Mom has been in a lot of pain lately, especially in her one side. And I think it's her left side, but I could possibly be wrong. But she's been in a lot of pain, so we went to the doctors on like Tuesday, maybe it was Wednesday. Turns out she has a kidney infection and she also has a UTI. So the doctor messaged her on, I think, Thursday and said that she needs to go the 21st, I think, and get some other test results to make sure she doesn't have anything else going on in there other than a kidney infection and a UTI. So we have that to look forward to. The other thing is I am getting back into sewing. Mom and I went to Walmart a couple times, like the last couple weeks, and I have gotten some fabric. Did I need the fabric? No, but I wanted it. So I have bought some licensed fabric, which is Disney fabric. So just some random ones that I'm going to name off are, I got some Mickey Mouse, I got some Harry Potter, I got some Marvel, I got a thing of villains. I got Jack Skellington and Nightmare Before Christmas. I got Hocus Pocus. I got Minecraft, Super Mario Brothers, some like NASA and Apollo and things like that. I got Hello Kitty, just to name a few of the ones that I got. They are going to be drawstring bags with a box bottom, and they might also be reversible. So if you want, my friend and I were talking, and she sent me some videos for reversible project bags, and I will have, once I finish or start them once I finish them, I will post them to my Facebook shop with the dimensions and with the prices of them. I also still have my bag bundle going on. So you get 2 or 3 bags, project bags that I have made in the past, with a couple extra goodies. And that is $25. That includes the shipping. I also have my beaded stitch markers, and you can pick any 3 for $15. And that also includes the shipping. On my Facebook shop, which is More Crafts shop, I also have some amigurumis over there for sale, as well as some beanies for sale with removable pom-poms. But I have to figure out. I am going to do a video, I think today, at Mom's when I get to Mom's. So then I don't have to do it tonight, like later on tonight. So I'm going to show you do a regular podcast, but I'm also going to, show the fabric that I had purchased. So if you would like that bag, or you would like a bag made with that, I can get that made for you. I got a lot of it. I got a lot of fabric, but yeah, I'm excited to get back into sewing. I kind of miss it, and I haven't sewed in a long time. Me and Mom have been at the apartment we moved in May. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November. We'll be there for 7 months. And I was sewing when we first moved in, so I haven't really sewed since probably July. So I definitely miss it. And I figured getting new fabric would make me want to start sewing. And I know I missed a few of the fabrics that I got. So I gotta get all of that stuff gathered up and show you guys tonight. Like I said, I'm getting tired. I have a headache. I have a really bad one starting. So I think I'm gonna let you guys go. I will try to remember to put the links in the description box below. Probably tomorrow. I think it's freaking raining again. And it wasn't supposed to rain tonight. And I don't know if it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But it rained pretty much all day on Friday. It rained a little bit. Started raining about like 3 o'clock here. It rained till about 6 o'clock. Then it stopped for a little bit, and I think it's raining again. Ugh. But I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys have a great day, night, evening, afternoon, whenever you're going to see this. I'm going to keep doing my videos here at Graham's once a month. So that I have more to show you guys. I have a lot of, I'm planning on making a lot of octopi in the next few weekends that I'm here. Because I could use those for my charities next year. I'm going to make some bigger, chunky ones. I have some chunky yarn, or bulky yarn, that I want to get used up. So I will probably make some of those next week. But yeah, I am going to let you guys go. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Or had a great weekend. It is now Sunday. And I hope you have a good rest of your week. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.